Good afternoon, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport for this week's daily races. Apologies for those that were watching the Assassin's Creed Odyssey live stream earlier. The game crashed as we was going back to the main menu before we had a chance to say goodbye. So I do apologise for that. This is the problem about a capture card. A crash means stream stops. I can't do anything about it until I get a capture card, I'm afraid, but I do apologise for that. So, we're back on Gran Turismo Sport for this week's daily races. I have heard a few things about this already. A lot of people complaining about dirty driving in some of the races. So I'm expecting it. But that's where the fun is, I suppose. I'm just filling in the YouTube side. I do struggle to talk at the same time, but I'm trying. I did want to say a massive thank you to people that have watched the new series that I did on gift cards only. It's something that I'm going to try and bring a video for that every Monday as I can. I'm trying. It does take a lot of recording time and a lot of editing, but my aim is to try and get one every Monday, which will obviously feature the week's previous daily races. But that is the aim. Right, still filling in the YouTube side. This is why a capture card would help massively, because I could do all this in advance. And it will come with time. Obviously, I'm obviously off work still because I'm injured. So I can't justify spending money at this point. But hopefully, over time, I can improve the channel and get things like a capture card and make massive improvements for your benefit as well as mine. So I'm hoping to do that as time goes on. Okay, that's YouTube done. I just need to go in and make sure it's all sorted, and then we will be cracking on for today and having a look at the daily races. We'll look at daily race A probably first. We'll go to B. C is a race I generally stay away from, but for an unusual twist, I actually really like the track. So I'm actually looking forward to doing daily race C for once. So that's going to be something to look forward to. And I think there's a variety of cars that can be used that are still good. I cannot type and speak. It's really weird. I can't multitask that way. Okay. And we will attempt to see if we can get a troll again for GT Sport content. We got one last time. Okay, before we start, I will go and grab myself a drink just in advance ready. Good afternoon, Keller. How are you? These streams don't get much time to stop during them, the GT Sport ones. And I do need to check our current driver rating and see where we're at. Obviously, we're going to lose driver rating because we change cars a lot. We try different things. Oh, you're still watching WandaVision, aren't you? I can't tell you anything because I don't want to spoil it for you. That's the big thing. But keep going with it, and it will soon make sense, Keller. I can't say anything about spoiling it. That's my issue. Okay, so driver rating, we're at 15,148. So the aim is to not be lower than that come end of play. We'll see. So daily races. Let us have a look, shall we? What they are? We'll have a quick read through. So we have the Toyota Yaris doing the Autopolis International Racing Course short circuit. I don't recognise the track massively. So that's a car given to you, one make, Toyota GR Yaris First Edition RZ, high performance. Almost done with episode 3. 6 more to go. Honestly, it will make sense once you finish them all. Race afterwards, race B is currently Group 4 in the Nürburgring GP. That's quite an interesting race. And then Group 3 cars around Suzuka Circuit for race C, where you have to use the medium and hard tyres. That's the one that really interests me. May head to daily race B first. Mainly because we've got 9 minutes before the race starts. Qualifying rankings, basically got his set of time. And so is Bash Beast from the RCZ at 2:01. So best times are 2:01.8. Lancer Evo seems to be a good choice. The WRX, the Mustang. Lancer Evo seems to be a very good choice. So we're going to crack on straight in, and we'll go with the Lancer Evo. It's not a car we use a lot, but we'll go for it. Like I say, I think we're going to do a daily race B, daily race A, and then we'll probably, depending on how long to wait, have a look at daily race C. Because Suzuka is an amazing circuit, I personally believe. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a range of cars that could do well there. I think it's medium tyres and hard tyres you've got to use. So there's a pit stop strategy. And we don't generally touch daily race C very often because after some of the tracks I'm just not very good at. Whereas today could be that day. This track on the round, I know the track, it isn't the easiest. We're in a car I'm not massively au fait with as well. So that will be interesting. I don't know how many laps it is. That's the other thing I don't know. Okay, attach controls off for medium, perfect. Lancer Evo, right, 2:01. So we want to aim for a 2:04 to 2:05 is our aim. Got to get the chicane right. If you get that wrong, that is going to kill your race. And again, this corner, you've got to get this corner right. We've got 7 minutes to see if we can set a couple of decent lap times. Probably braked too early there by the looks of things for this first lap, but this is a banker lap to start us off. Like I say, we're looking at 2:04 to 2:05 if we're going to be within a few seconds of the best times. Already struggling. Probably over braking a little bit, which doesn't help through there. And braking too much there as well. A few of these you think, oh, I can make it without braking, and it turns out you actually can't. And a few others you brake more than you need to. Let's get in that rhythm. Using a bit of the curb just to get us round. This should be flat out through here. I'm going to let off a little bit, using the curb a lot. This is a big right-hander here. letting off quite a bit through there, just to get us round. I don't know, this time is going to be shocking, I'm sure. But hoping to improve on the next lap. And then this is the big turning. You've got to get this right. You can cut to a degree, but you've got to be so careful not to get a penalty. And if there's a second car going in with you there, you are in trouble. Well, it looks like we have our banker lap. It's not going to be good or pretty. 2:12. Not pretty in the slightest, but room to improve. That's the main thing. Braking a lot later there. Making it around, we're improving already on our time on the first lap. We probably could have taken that corner better. As long as we improve every lap, that's the big thing. Probably outbraked herself there again, too heavy. Our best section is the back end of the track, I think. The start section is kind of our worst. Didn't take that as nice as we wanted to. Going to get the car around though. Remember, 2:01 is the top times in the world. We need to try and get within a few seconds of that. To let off through there. We didn't last time, so that's going to lose us a few seconds. Not a few seconds, a few hundredths. Taking that a lot quicker than we did last time. And then we messed up there. That didn't go to plan. This lap is not going to be as good as we were hoping. And we've got time probably to set one more lap for qualifying. Currently we're going to qualify really well, low down. Yeah, mistakes going into that corner didn't help us. And that's what you've got to avoid doing there. Do not hit that barrier by trying to take that too tight. Obviously that will destroy your lap time. Right, we've got time to set one decent lap. We're 2:12 currently, which is rubbish as a lap time. So this has to be spot on if we're going to get a decent qualifying position. Not the best first corner. We're already up. That's something. Bit slidey around there. That's not going to help us. Going very wide. Lost a lot of time through there. This is not going to be a good qualifying lap by any stretch. I do say it's not always about qualifying time, it is race pace is important. I don't think we're going to have very much race pace, to be honest. Got to use the curb through there to keep going round. Get the right turn in. As long as we can get the last few corners right, we are going to improve, but the downside is an improvement is all well and good, it's not going to be anywhere near a high start. So it's going to come down to race, what we can do in the race, I think. Braking a lot later there than suggested brake markers. More at the 100 metre board. straight on the power. It's going to be a 2 something. 209.5. That is shocking. 201.8 top times. So we're miles out of our aim. We're out by a long way. 201.8. It's the 10th time in the world. So what are we looking at? Call that 202. We're 7.5 seconds off the pace. I know where we're going wrong as well, which really doesn't help. But room for improvement. We'll see what we can do in the race. Yep, it's definitely happening, isn't it, Keller? Okay, so we are 13th, and the only people behind us are people that didn't set a lap time, which is interesting. There's a lot of Audi TTs in this, 204s. We went for the Lancer Evo, which is meant to be one of the better cars here, according to the times. A lot of people in the Audi TT. I'm surprised. Doesn't mean they set the time in that, admittedly. RCZ top. But yeah, we're way off. 5 seconds off the fastest qualifier. But there is plenty of overtaking opportunities and obviously a lot of potential for people to hit each other off. So there is room to gain some positions here, which is what we're after. Ultron is a very underrated villain, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, definitely room to manoeuvre here. Yeah, it was good how they did it. The story behind it was good. Yeah, very poor lap. Just couldn't get the hang of the car or the track. But we're going to do this. We'll do Daily Race A, and then I would assume we're going to hit Daily Race C quite a bit. C is a very good track. 10th place or above would be a nice target. Again, I think people, depending on how people drive, we could find someone's already left. We've already bumped up 1 place. Always a bonus when someone leaves or gets kicked out for whatever reason. Unless it happens to you, obviously. Then it's not so good. But yeah, 10th place or above, I think, is the aim. Qualifying time was horrendous, but you never know what's going to happen in the race. 4 laps. There's plenty of opportunities for people to go off, be knocked off. We just got to try and take advantage of that. And just be careful on some of the corners. We're braking a little bit early, I think, in a lot of corners, and I think that's the issue. We have to try and not brake so early some of the time. It's not knowing the car very well doesn't help. But yeah, I think Daily Race C will be the go-to this week. Cue all the people posting, I won the race, but I've just got a minute penalty. Why? Read the rules. You have to change tyre. Because it happens every week. Every week when there's a race that you have to change tyres, there's always people posting, I won the race, but I got a minute penalty. I don't know why. Every week it happens. It's really annoying. But we're starting in a really weird position here. Can't see my door number either. But we are starting in a weird position. We need to start. We're not going to make the corner, are we, before the start? It's going to be an interesting start. You need to be higher up then. By the looks of this. To make this corner, you're going to lose a lot of time if you're behind that corner at the start. Look at that, I think we've already lost slipstream straight off the start. So you want to be 10th or above ideally as a qualifying time, I think, to really make inroads straight away. Probably gone a little bit deep there. Not a good start. Right, is he going to give us room on the inside, or is he going to turn in? No, he gave us room. We'll take that. Did wonder. We're still going to have the inside here. I did wonder if he'd give us room or not. A lot of cars take that exit very wide. I don't, and I think we need to take advantage of them track limits a little bit more through there. But yeah, the start position isn't good if you're under 10th. You are massively a long way back from the other cars at this point. So that's something we need to look at. Again, we didn't have the best qualifying lap. These two cars battling. I'm hoping to catch them both. We're in the WRX. We've used it a few times. Not many if you can look at the bottom left, which is how many miles we've done in the car. We haven't used it very much at all. 62. And that's including the laps we did in qualifying. So yeah, we've not used this car probably as much as a lot of the others. I didn't need to change down there. Mistake by myself there. They are battling ahead, which will hopefully slow the group ahead up. 10 seconds off the leader, and it's not even the end of the first lap. A lot of that is down to the start. So you need to be top 10 to really get anything from the start. Other than that, not too bad. One car's dropped back from the lead group by the looks of it. We're 11 seconds behind after one lap. Yeah, you were spot on with what you was thinking there, Keller, I must admit. You got that very early on. Okay, it's kind of spread itself out. We seem to have caught up with this lead group. We're still 11 seconds off. I wanted a top 10, which is doable. We're still within this group. But yeah, we're taking the exit very tight there, and we don't need to, I don't think. Someone's got a penalty ahead as well. Hopefully that'll help us a little bit. Yeah, this is by no means one of our better races. Tracks or anything else. You'll have to wait and see. Penalty's been taken. There's a bunch of cars now all bunched together here. And we are catching them up. British driver ahead of us. Do need to let off a little bit there, which isn't ideal. No silly moves. We don't need to make any silly moves here. There's plenty of time to overtake. Plenty of spaces. Just keeping on to this group if we want a top 10. Doing a little jump over the bollard there. And gets a penalty for his trouble. You want to be in the slipstream for the home straight as you go across the finish line. That's an important one. I think someone's just quit. Have they quit? I don't know. Something seemed to jump on the left hand side. Okay, we've got slipstream home straight. I don't know if we're close to making a move into the first corner. But they're battling a little bit. It's pushing him out wide as well, which is weird. 208.2 our fastest lap, 204.6. It's a lap record, so we are off that by a lot. As I say, this isn't by any stretch a good track for us. We just thought we'd give it a go. Daily Race C is probably going to be the go-to. And we want a top 10, is what we're aiming for. Time for episode 4. My fault, I didn't mean to hit him there. I was kind of looking at chat instead of looking what I was doing. I apologise. We got a second penalty, thoroughly deserved for that. Apologise, Purple Hornbill, my fault completely. I backed off afterwards as well. We're going to take a second penalty here as well. Eco Origins has got a second and a half, someone else has gone off. So our attempts at top 10 is probably going to go down right now. You see him move across there? Echo Origins, however you want to say his name, got unghosted, and as he unghosted, he moved across straight into the path of the car going through him, which he shouldn't do that. It's just horrendous. I think he's now forcing him off. So that's someone to watch out for. We not want to pass him if we want position. We just need to be very careful, I think, because he doesn't seem to want cars to go past him by the looks of things. Seems intent on making their life difficult. But yeah, thoroughly deserved that penalty. That was my own fault. Need to move my chat screen so I can see it better without having to keep looking away. especially under braking zones. It's not a good thing. We're going to get a penalty. Corner cutting, guaranteed there. Couldn't take the corner enough. Didn't brake enough. There we go. Half a second. Corner cutting. Echo Origins is off. Take that position. Up to 12th. It's still not good. I think we started in 12th as well. And we've got this half a second to take as well, which isn't going to help me. I think he's quit. I think Echo Origins. Considering how he was driving, I'm not surprised he quit, to be fair. But yeah, this is not a good race for us. It definitely won't be one I'm coming to, I don't think, anymore this week. But yeah, we may hopefully finish where we started, but I don't think we're going to get more than that unless other people make mistakes. Now. We're on the final lap. I'm hoping to keep 12th, which means we just start finish where we were. We probably lost some safety rating as well, unfortunately, but that was completely my fault. So unless there's any mistakes going into these last few areas, I think we're probably consigned to 12th. Not an ideal start to the stream, I must admit. Shouldn't change gear there. There is a penalty ahead, but we're not going to be close enough to take advantage, I don't think. Unless it's a big penalty, which I don't think it is. Don't know if we'll get penalty for that. Try to take it a little bit deeper, a little bit quicker. Depends what they count as corner cutting through there. Right, we're going to cross the line in a second. We're going to keep... 13th quit at the last minute. He didn't want to finish last, so he quit. The downside of quitting is you're going to lose a lot of driver rating and safety rating. What is the point of quitting? You heard Captain Marvel. Did you? Interesting. We were number 1 in that race. I don't know how. Door number 1. I bet we just lost a shed load of driver rating. We lost some safety rating, which was a given. I knew I'd done wrong. That's why I backed off. Right, daily race A. Just got a minute and a half, and then we can do the qualifying for it. I will just check our driver rating now, which I'm not looking forward to. Okay, interesting. Della. So we lost 4 safety rating. We lost 600 driver rating for that, which, okay, isn't good, but it's not the worst it could have been. Okay, while we're waiting, we've got 50 seconds before there's no point qualifying to now. So the Geordie Sticker set 122.3, Con Bravo 121. That's interesting. Top times is a 118.3 to 118.6, quite close together, aren't they? So that's an interesting one. I recognise the track, but I don't know it. And it's in the Yaris. Yeah, not sure. Let's have a look. 5 laps. And what do we say? A 118. So we're aiming for a 121, aren't we? Would be the ideal time. We've got 15 minutes to qualify. I always go, cancel. I pressed OK. We're in a car, cancel entry. Mainly because of colour. I like red. I generally go for red. Yes. Thank you. Back in. Always go for it. I didn't want platinum. think it's a platinum white. I didn't want platinum white. Right, we're going for red, the emotional red. Is it going to be an emotional race? 5 laps. We've got 15 minutes practice with the Yaris. Our aim is a 121 or better. Again, it's not a car we use at all. The course I'm not massively au fait with. I recognise it, but I can't think what it is. And then we'll be looking at Suzuka after this race. Downside to Suzuka is there is a lot of areas where you can be knocked off easily. Okay, this is a short course. I do know this one. I do know this track. I know it quite well. Doesn't mean I'm very good at it. This is a short course. I prefer this course to the other version, to be fair. So, long straight here. We're going to change that to the front. Long straight. It's a very tight corner here. And again, too much power, not enough braking. I tried to brake a little bit later than I probably should have done. We've got 14 minutes to try and get a decent lap in. Plenty of time. Try and find your braking points. Okay, this car does not like braking. How much is evident. Does not like braking in the slightest, car. I have set the brake balance to -2. I may even set it further. Doesn't seem to like braking. Probably won't be a good first lap. That's what first laps are for. A little bit of a banker lap. Right, let's change to -4. This car does not want to stop. 125.1. We will obviously beat that because of the gravel. It doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't want to brake. And even then, it wasn't fantastic on the brakes, so that's a -4. 121 is our aim, or better. Braking is an issue. Feathering the throttle a little bit to make it around the corner there. This is going to be bad for safety rating because the cars are so sliding around. I can see a lot of people just hitting each other off here. That first corner is going to be a nightmare. Okay, we are going to improve, not by a massive amount, but it'd be something. So 122.8, we can go quicker, guaranteed. I want to get to a 120 would be ideal. I know where we can make time up. This first corner being the biggest thing. Braked a lot earlier that time. Just got to try and control the car around there. Bring the car around. And then through here. Trying to keep it without going too far wide. Going to gain a bit of time. I think we're going to gain about a second. It's a big improvement. We still need to be quicker. So braking a little bit earlier here. Get on the power too soon, you do lose a bit of time. The car does like to skid a little. Probably could have got on the accelerator a bit earlier through there. Too much skidding is always going to be slower. Yeah, lost time through there. Although it's saying we're quicker, not by much. A little bit better. Okay, I'm going to lose a little bit of time on that one. Bad finish at the end. We'll wait and see if it is or not, Keller. Right, first corner again, we're braking early here. Maybe a little bit early on the power there. Lost us a little bit of time. Braking a little bit early this time, staying in third, see if that helps. Too much of a skid through there has lost us time. Just can't get the car to turn. Couldn't get the car to turn right now. Probably should have stayed in third, to be honest. Taking this a lot tighter. See if that helps. Does seem to slightly quicker we take that tighter to brake a bit earlier. Okay. Still can't beat our best time of a 1:21.7. 1:18.6 I think is the best time in the world. So we're nearly at 3 seconds. Skidding's not ideal in terms of losing time. Stayed in third through there. Yeah, it's not going to be, I think it might be entertaining the fact that I think a lot of people will have issues in this race. First corner especially, I think there'll be a lot of issues. But as far as a fun driving experience, it probably isn't going to be up there. We shall see. But at least we've tried it out this week. Lost a lot of time in that last corner. Yeah. I know we're making the mistakes, but if you try and accelerate too much, the car wants to go. If you accelerate too late, there's an issue. I do wonder if I'm going to be changing the brake balance to the back. Might try that for the next lap. Brake balance may make the back wheels a lot easier to control. Obviously, the more you skid, the slower you're going, so you've got to try not to skid as much as possible. Just revving the throttle through there. I think we did that corner better. Throttle early. Here, stay in third. It wants you to change. You want to change up before you hit the corner, but you've got to try and keep it tight. So we're doing a little bit better. Obviously, first corner wasn't fantastic. We're losing a bit of time now, though, speed-wise. Are we going to improve? We are going to improve by a little bit. We'll try braking to the rear. We improved to 1:21.7.11. We're just over 3 seconds off the top time. Definitely quicker through there. A lot quicker. Felt stronger braking as well. Braking to the rear, the car definitely feels a lot more comfortable. Bit slower through that section though. See how the last corner goes. Definitely not as clean as I've done previously. But the first corner was definitely a lot better. Right, we are going to have to pause for a second. I've got my valve ringing. We'll be carrying on in a second. Right, so it looks like our lap time's not fantastic. We wanted a 1:21.8. A 1:21.6, I think, is the 10th fastest time, and we're just off that. The car itself isn't fantastic, but braking is an issue. But we're only doing one race, so we'll give it a go. We've got to make up this 600 driver round we lost in daily race B. Time-wise, who's got the person in 12th? His time is a 3-minute 45-second lap. That's double everyone else. That is how? Okay, that's a new one on me. 1:19. We wanted to get down to 1:20, so 1:19.7. That's a good time. We may struggle. Starting 9th. This could be a bit of a struggle, to be fair, to get anything decent out of this. Just depends how many incidents from the first corner there is. We need to change our brake balance off the bat. Obviously, it resets for some reason. And there's no point doing it in the warm-up because it doesn't stay. So going into that first corner, brake balance to the rear definitely makes a difference. These guys are talking because they've both got the exact same qualifying time, which is quite good. Don't see that very often. But yeah, we're going to do one race of daily race A. We've already struggled on daily race B, but then we're heading to daily race C, which is at Suzuka. I think there's a high chance there's a lot of cars we could use. And I think Suzuka will be the go-to. Not too sure of strategy. It's medium and hard tyres. So I'm not too sure what kind of tyre strategy we need to be using. But we should be having a look. Hopefully we can use a good range of cars. But we just want to get daily race A done and out of the way. Not one we'll be going back to this week, I'm sure. Although in the gift car series we probably will have to use daily race A because obviously we don't have a Group 3 or Group 4 car, so that'll be interesting. So we're starting 9th. A top 5 would be ideal with a 3rd on the car. Yeah, not holding much hope. No traction control needed for the start. Kind of missed the gear though as I was trying to sort my brake balance. FBI do this on Ant-Man. He is indeed. Okay. Probably didn't need to brake as early as we did there, mainly because we weren't going as fast as we normally would be. We lost a few places at the start. One person went off. I think we can make up places fairly well here. Just being careful of other people going into braking zones like here. I'm going to hit him. That's my fault. I'm letting him go. It's completely my fault, that one. Didn't brake enough. Car's gone off, so we've gained a position. And we started in 9th, so that's where we're going to try and get back to at least. We've got a number 3 on the car. Not ideal. Can we get the run on 9th here as we go to the final bend? We're going to take a lot tighter than he is. And we got a good last corner there, so we're up to back into 9th. Car ahead with a penalty as well. They're going to go quite a few cars abreast, I think, into the first corner. There is a chance of gaining here, I think. Looking behind for the dive bomb as well. No, they seem to keep it quite clean. We got a bad exit. We're going to get overtaken again. So drop back down to 10th. Too much sliding there, which isn't going to help us. The car just slides straight around the corner there, into the side as we try and turn in. drop down to 11th. We've got to see if we can at least get back to where we started, which is 9th. Oh, he turned straight in on us. Tried to give space on the outside for Storm to go past there. We took it really tight and then we got turned in on. He got a penalty, I think, for turning in on us, or cutting the corner, I'm not sure which one. We tried to give space on the outside for Storm as well, which didn't end well for us. Right, we took the first corner a lot better. Storm has gone into the gravel a little bit there. We haven't really managed to catch back up. Andy seems has got a penalty. I wouldn't say you're gaining. Andy's gone off. We'll take that position back for us. Storm is next in our line. If we can get round to him. Yeah, you don't really gain much. You're looking at other people to make mistakes. No matter what you try and do, gaining is very difficult here. You kind of need a very good qualifying time and then hit your corners. Storm's gone very wide on this corner. Don't really know what the best line through there is. Right, with one place down on start, we just set our best time of 1:22.6. It's 2 seconds, 2.4 seconds off Storm's time, who's just ahead of us. And we're trying to catch him. Two laps left. It's going to be mistakes, I think, by other people that are going to gain us any more positions, more than anything else. Storm's gone off. He's definitely pushing it. To have the fastest time of what he's got, of a 1:20, he must do something right. 2 seconds behind him at this point. Like I say, unless there's mistakes ahead, can't see us gaining a massive amount. And 9 seconds off the leader, well, just short of 10 to be honest. That was our best lap at 1:21.7. Final lap, so yeah, I don't think we're going to gain too much here, unless there's mistakes ahead. And it looks like someone's just been sent off into the gravel. They're now fighting with each other, so we need to take advantage of this to gain a couple of positions. Hopefully. Got to take advantage of them two fighting. See what we can gain out of this. Penalty for Storm. So what he did there to deserve that penalty, but he's got one. That car's forced the other car wide. We're going to take the inside. Gain 2 positions there, up to 8th. That's 1 place up on start. And knowing Storm's got a penalty as well. Another car's gone wide into the gravel. This has all gone to pot for the other cars in the final lap. We're going to gain positions left, right and centre now. There's a car on our outside here. He's got a 2-second penalty, so whatever he does doesn't affect us. A 2-second penalty. I don't want to be in his way. As long as he leaves us room on the inside here, which he is. I'll give him credit. He left us room. The penalty for the car ahead isn't going to help us, but we're going to finish 2 places up on start, thanks to that last lap madness by the other cars. Whether we'll gain any driver rating, I'm not sure, but it was the last lap madness of the other cars that helped us massively there. Clean race. 2 places raised. I'm hoping something, but then a door number 3 probably doesn't bode well, does it? But yeah, Storm with the fastest. He didn't get the fastest lap. 1:19.8 was the fastest lap in the end. By the guy in second. That's an amazing lap. You saw, yeah. So you're getting the hang of it now. You're seeing what's happening. Right, Suzuka. This is the one we've been waiting for. Lancer Evo Supra concept. Huracan is the fastest car. I love the Huracan. We probably won't use it off the bat. It's a very hard car to. Do we use it? Yeah, let's. All right. We're going to go right in. Huracan off the bat. It's a very hard car to control. If you can make it work, could be a good car. So we gained all our sportsmanship back, which is what we wanted. And we gained a little bit of driver rating, nothing major though. From that one, we've got 9 minutes to set a time. Episode 5, you're racing through these episodes, Keller. So, if we look at what we've done so far in this stream of daily races, B was horrendous. A wasn't much better. Time to make up for it in C. You have to watch and see, Keller. So obviously tyre strategy comes into play. We'll qualify in mediums, but we need to make a decision on where we're going to start. 157 there, ranking board. Let's have a look what we're aiming for. Bash Beast is a 2:02, 156.9. So we're looking at under 2 minutes a lap would be ideal. Huracan is a very good car. Braking is the issue, and acceleration under braking is the issue. If you can control this car, it is a very good car, but it is controlling it. Let's see what we can do. Under 2 minute lap is what we're after. Getting all over the place already here with the Huracan. Like I say, if you can control it, you are laughing. It's a very good car, but it's the control that's the problem. Through the S's, and obviously because tyres strategy is going to come into play, going to have to look after tyres, which the Huracan isn't ideal for. We'll use more than one car in this. We'll come back and use several different cars though. This won't be the only car we use in race C. We'll give a few different cars a go. Just managing to control it through there. Remember, this is on the medium, so this has more grip currently. Imagine when we go onto the hard tyres, we're going to lose a lot of our grip. So that's something to be aware of. It may be in fact we do hards first, I wonder. First few laps. I say, if you can control this, it is an amazing car, but it is such a hard car to keep on top of. Okay, are we flat out through here? Let us find out, shall we? I've let off. I didn't trust it completely to be completely flat. Missed the braking there. Okay. So not the best first lap. Just trying to push it. Missed the braking. .209. Again, we wanted under a 2 minute lap. It's only a banker, so I think we can definitely do better. Like I say, it's controlled in this car. If you can control it, you'll get a very good time. But with tyre wear in this race, it's how much you're going to have to preserve your tyres, because the S's are going to be the worst thing for tyres. Brake too early there. Didn't need to brake so early. That will lose me a massive amount of time. Although we're still up. Depends how much time we lost messing up the last corner. Depending on what kind of lap time we're going to get. But yeah, this lap time is going to be important for where you start, but actually race pace is going to be completely different because of the tyre wear. And tyre strategy, that's the big thing. We've lost a lot of the time made up at the first sector, to be honest. We're still up, but we should be a lot higher up than what we are. Okay, braking earlier than we did last time. So first proper lap, we're going to see what kind of time we're going to get. Don't think it's going to be overly fantastic. 2:03, not bad. We wanted less than a 2, ideally. So in qualifying you don't have to worry so much about the tyres and grip. But in the race you're not going to be able to drive this aggressively. I braked too early last time for this corner, so we need to brake a bit later. Too bad. Yeah, got that corner a little bit out of shape. Took it too deep, didn't brake early enough. Don't think we're going to improve massively on the last lap. Might not even have time for a second lap, to be fair. We may be going into this not in the best place possible. It's all going to depend on how we can finish the lap. But I don't think it's going to be enough to make a massive difference. Yeah, we're not going to improve, and there isn't time for another lap now. So we're going to finish on a 2:03.1, which isn't good. But like I say, the Huracan's a car that can be really good if you can control its pace. Where with everyone else, yeah, we wanted to be a 2. We wanted to be 2, basically, was what we was aiming for. The best times are a 1:56.9, so near enough a 1:57 is the 10th time. There's a good variety of cars that can be used. That's something. So if we're looking at that, we're what, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds away. So yeah, this is the first race. We're going to do more than one race C. We're going to change car a few times, I think, as well. There's a few other cars that I kind of think will do well here. Tyre strategy, though, I think we're going to start low. So with that, we'll go for the hards first. 4 laps and then softs, I think. Depends if anyone else has struggled in qualifying. We're about to find out, though. I'm kind of hoping other people have struggled. The track itself, I love the track. You've just got to get the right car. You need a lot of grip. You need to be able to take the risks into the corners. The Lamborghini doesn't allow for that. Not easily. Lamborghini is one of the first cars I ever used in this game as well. A lot of my early videos feature the Lamborghini. Right, we are starting 18th. Okay, so that's, yeah, worse than what I was expecting, to be honest. But there's a good variety. 911's in there. I wasn't even considering using the 911, but I think I will for the next one. That's not a bad shout. I didn't think it'd be competitive enough. But yeah, we're starting low down. So I'm looking at hards to start, which does mean poor grip. But we do 3 to 4 laps, end of lap 4, probably come in and race on softs. Whereas a lot of the others will probably start on softs, on medium, sorry. I was excited about seeing the Huracan topping the time, so I thought, yeah, we're going to use the Huracan again. Yeah, no. Bad decision. But we'll see what we can do. 18th place start. We're looking top 15 would be a good finish, I think. Obviously, we didn't put in the best lap we could have done. I think we will only improve on that lap time. But the best lap time for pole is 1:59.6. We were aiming for a 2-minute lap, which would have put us around second, third. So, for a decent start, we need to be around the 2-minute lap time. I just can't control the Huracan enough. And once I change styles to the hard, it's going to be even harder. But how many people are going to do this without changing tyres? That's always the big question as well. How many people will do this, forget to change tyres, and we may gain time because of that. So we've changed onto the hards to start. We're going to do 4 laps on the hards and see what happens. I think 2 cars have dropped out already. So we're starting in 16th now. I said originally 15th would be above would be a good finish. I'd probably say maybe even more than that. 12th or above. We shall see. But yeah, when we go into the next car and try qualifying again, we want to be here in the 2-minute. I think that's the only way of getting a decent finish. But this should be a good race. I think there's chances for people to go off, chances for people to have penalties, and we've got to take advantage of that. And also tyre choice is going to come into it. People don't change tyres, a minute penalty. I'm also curious to where we start, because the start line is going to be very weird, because you're going to have a lot of corners right at the start. It's going to depend on where we start there. So not probably in a good place. But let's see. Not too bad. It could have been worse. We're around the corner. It could have been worse. I don't know why my lights are on. They are. Okay, obviously starting before this chicane isn't ideal. I want to be round it. Ideally, no, we're not going to be. It's an automatic straight on the brakes. Trying to control the car around that last bend. We are on the hard tyres, so we are going to be... I would expect a different strategy to a lot of people. Car off ahead. I let off because I weren't sure if he'd unghost in front of me. Car's very slidey on these hard tyres. The Huracan isn't fantastic anyway. On corners, hards is even worse. There's been an issue there because there's a bollard off. Just kept it under control there. Car's spun, so we gained another position. We are under pressure though, we've got to give him room. By giving him room, we've caught the grass. I caught the grass trying to give him room there. That's going to lose us a few places. Just got the wheel on the grass. And that destroyed me through there. So now it's trying to make back up for it. I'd say a 12-foot bump would be ideal for this. Which is probably lucky to get that at this point. Person behind me's quit, or there might be ahead, I'm not sure. Someone's quit. Don't understand why people quit races. You've got to see it out. So in the first lap, anything can happen. With tyre strategy coming into play, definitely anything can happen. Okay, not the best through there by any means. Got that completely wrong. But we're still in this. Another car off, which is why you always keep going. That's a position gained. And he's quit as well. People quit the minute they go off. At least finish the race. If everyone quits and I win the race, you know, fantastic for me. I don't understand it. This car though is horrendous on hard tyres. Straight away that is an issue. I'm looking forward again on the mediums. End of lap 4. We'll be changed on some mediums. This car is horrible. Turned it, spun it. Yeah, this is as a lap time. This probably could set you a decent qualifying lap, but as far as anything else, this car is horrible. I used to love driving this car. We're a long way behind now. We're getting to the point of where the lead car, if he doesn't pit, we still wouldn't win. You lose a minute, don't you? Which isn't an ideal situation to be in. So we've got some making up to do here. I don't know how long I can make the mediums last. To change too soon, that's the problem. We're destroying these hard tyres though. Come on. Just cannot. Dirty tyres, I cannot get this car to stay on the track at this point. This is horrendous. But we've had 4 cars quit. So we're not going to finish 20th. We're going to gain some positions because of the cars quitting. So we won't lose loads of driver rating because of that. Definitely getting that corner wrong as well, which isn't helpful. Come on. It's only lap 2. But we are so struggling. Right, let's change tyres. I don't know if the mediums will last. But I just can't do it on the hards. The hards are horrendous. Yes, he is, but is he Vision? Is he not? There's a lot more to it than that colour. So we may be pitting very early. But then if the tyres go, we can actually see how long we can make them last. If they do go, we're probably going to be able to pit again without worrying about cars. As it's not really going to matter. Right. Definitely noticed the grip change already. There's a massive difference in grip. We're nearly a minute behind car in 15th, which is madness to think about it. We're a long way back, but you live and learn. Lamborghini hard tyres, not a good combination. It all started going wrong the minute we tried to give space to the car coming through on that corner and touched the grass and spun us. That's where the whole race started to go wrong for us. But can only get better after this race. Trying to be careful how much accelerator I used there because I knew that was going to slide us. 201.9 is the fastest time. Be interested to see if we can get anywhere near it. The Lamborghini is a horrible car to drive. Yes, for a one-lap car, might be ideal, but in race it is just horrible. Curbs, grass, the lot. Right, let's see what we can do. Can we set a decent lap time at least? I'm not expecting to catch anyone unless they make some major errors. Even on mediums, this car is still horrible to drive. Someone else has quit, that's another position. So originally we qualified in 18th, we've gained 3 positions from people quitting. So that's driver rating we could have lost in race, that we're now not going to lose. That's the thing, I don't understand quitting a race. Brake too early, too busy looking at the car pitting. Held that well through there. So yeah, we're not expecting any kind of result unless more people quit. Another 5 would be ideal, it'd be a top 10 finish. But when you've got to wait half an hour, every half an hour for this race anyway, what is the point of quitting? You're not going to get into another race straight away. Too fast around the corner. At least we're getting used to the track at the same time. We definitely won't be using the Lamborghini next time. Yeah, one thing I never do is quit a race. Oh, I've got that completely wrong. Another car's quit. Up to 14th. So I mean, how many positions have we gained now from our cars quitting? Tyres aren't lasting very well on this car either. Definitely noticing that already. Especially the rear tyres. As you can see, the car just wants to slide everywhere. Completely rears, and I've got braking for the rear, which may be the issue, to be honest, with this car. Then rears are already shot. Yeah, the car's now uncontrollable with them rear tyres. We're going to need a pit at the end of the lap. Because that rear tyres are just completely gone. We'll move it back to the front. Yeah, this afternoon is GT Sport. We did Odyssey this morning. How are you, Zombie Pillager? We're currently struggling to control the Lamborghini on this race. But next race we'll change car for this. Someone else has quit, we're up to 13th. And spun again. I cannot control this car. We may even get lapped the way this is going. We're going to have to change tyres again because we cannot control the car. But yeah, we're up to 13th. We've gained 7 positions in theory because of people quitting. So I'll take all day long. No grip on the rear. So yeah, another pit stop, I think. Come on. Doing good. I'm glad you're doing good. We're currently struggling. But yeah, no, I hope your day's going well. We're determined to finish the race no matter how badly we're doing in this. So for those that are wanting to use the Lamborghini Huracan in this, it is good for setting a lap time with. It is not good for racing in. The tyres, it just eats through. Why have we got a SR down for that? We pitted. I don't understand why we got an SR down. Yeah, the car number is actually ideal because I think it's 15 on the side of the car, and we've gained so many places from people quitting the race that we shouldn't lose driver rating in theory. We'll know at the end. But even after such a horrendous race, we shouldn't lose anything. Oh, overcooked the corner. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this car for the race. Just tyres on the rear are horrendous. I'm looking forward to getting out and trying a different car. I used to love using these Huracans as well. I've really enjoyed using them in previous races. But yeah, I've just not used them in such a long time. You forget how bad they are. In terms of grip. Right, our challenge is now to try not to get lapped, as I know the lead car is on our tail. .219 is still the fastest lap of the race as well, which is interesting. Hasn't been beaten by anyone. Definitely doing better on fresher tyres. But it's still not the easiest thing to control. Managed to hold it together there. Thought I was going to lose it again around there. We've got a blue flag now, and this is because we are about to get lapped by the leader. Although he's not actually with us. I thought he was. He's not actually close I thought he was. I'm assuming we'll get ghosted. I don't know for sure, but we will let him past. Keep an eye on the radar for when he's nearby. I will completely let him pass. I know, even if we're ghosted, I'm not going to get in his way. I don't think I've ever done this badly on a race before, to be fair. But yeah, we definitely picked the wrong car. It's a chance to use one of my favourite cars, kind of got the better of me, I think. We just set our best time, which isn't fantastic, but it's better than what we've done so far. I think I don't want to blame the car for our issues, but a lot of it is it's just not a nice car to drive. No matter how much you brake, try not to slide, it is so difficult to control. Fair play to those that can control it. I'm definitely not one of them. And even the tyres are already going on the rear. We've a fresh set. Come on. We're going to get ghosted for this car anyway. I'm also moving over. Though he's not as close as I thought he was, to be fair. Yeah, I'm amazed at how many people have quit this race. It's amazing. See, they're still not quite on a tail. Grab some snacks before continuing. Don't blame you. I'm glad you're enjoying it though, Keller. Right, he's on our tail now. I'm trying to stay out of his way, but he needs to actually go past me, and at the minute he's not. Too much. Yeah, Loki's getting a show as well, coming soon. We're on our final lap, because they're a lap ahead now. But we won't finish last, we're going to finish 13th. Because of the people quitting. So this is the thing, you don't quit, you don't know how many positions you can gain. We're good to see some of the other action though. 7th place has got all over the place. Look at that, all that coming together at the rear here. The dirty tyres and can't keep the car show. Look at the tyre situation already though. It wasn't too long ago we had fresh tyres on. Tyres, two cars have forced each other off there. My tyres have shot on this completely. Can't do anything. Them rear tyres are completely gone. This has been a horrendous lap. The rear tyres. It's like being on ice. It is like driving on ice, that is madness. Cannot believe how badly this race went. Yeah, I don't normally blame the car I'm using. In this situation I will. Because this car has been horrible, as you can see. I didn't even do anything then. There we go. We finished.